All right, let's dive into one of the trickiest topics for anyone learning English, the tenses. But what if I told you there's a secret to making it all, well, a whole lot simpler than you've been led to believe?
You know that feeling, right? Like you're wandering through a maze of grammar rules. You learn one, then you find another one that seems to totally contradict it, and pretty soon you're just lost. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone.
For most of us, the problem starts right here. We're told we have to sit down and memorize 12, count 'em, 12 separate and confusing rules. It's what I like to call the 12 tense headache.
12. It just sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It conjures up images of endless flashcards and boring drills. Honestly, it's no wonder so many people just get fed up and want to give up.
But here's the thing. What if that whole approach is just wrong? What if you don't need to memorize 12 separate rules at all? What if, instead, you could just understand one single, simple, logical system that unlocks the whole thing? And this, right here, is the key. It's not about a long list. It's about a simple formula. A 3x4 grid that organizes all of English time, making it predictable, logical, and way easier to use. So let's break this formula down. The first part is tense. And honestly, this is the easy bit. It just tells us when something is happening. Is it in the past, the present, or the future? That's it. Just those three. Simple. Okay, now for the second part, aspect. And this is where the real magic happens. Aspect tells us how that action relates to time. Is it a simple, complete fact? Is it ongoing and in progress, continuous? Is it perfect, meaning it's finished before something else? Or is it perfect continuous, focusing on how long an action has been happening? These four guys are what give our sentences all their rich meaning and texture. And here it is, the whole system, right here on one slide. This is the aha moment. You just combine the three tenses with the four aspects, and you get this simple grid. This matrix is the 12 tenses. See? No more random roles. It's not a list to memorize. It's a map. And everything, past simple, present continuous, future perfect, it all just clicks into place. So a grid is cool, but how does this actually help you in a real conversation? Well, let's use it to solve one of the biggest headaches for English learners, figuring out the difference between the simple past and the present perfect. This is such a classic problem, but the matrix makes it clear. Simple past is all about a finished time. I visited London in 2018. That year is over, done, finished. But present perfect, that connects the past to now. Saying I have visited London means that experience is still relevant. It's part of my life today. The time is unfinished. Looking at our matrix, we can see why. They have different aspects. That's the key. Now, this matrix is our foundation, but English also has a few extra tools that let us talk about the future with a little more precision. But don't think of them as more rules to memorize. Think of them as useful little hacks that build on the system we already know. For example, right? We use be going to when we're talking about plans, like I am going to start my project tomorrow. We use the present continuous for fixed arrangements, like when you've booked a flight. And we even use the good old simple present for fixed schedules, like a train timetable. The train leaves at 8 a.m. Each one just adds another layer of meaning. Okay, now that we have this system, let's put it to the test. Because when you understand the matrix, it makes it so much easier to spot and avoid those super common mistakes. Let's look at a couple of these traps right now. First up, this classic. I am sure you've heard this one, maybe you've even said it. I am needing coffee right now. It kind of sounds right, but it's actually a really common slip-up. So why is it wrong? Well, it's because some verbs are what we call state verbs. They describe a state of being, not an action. Think about it. You can't be in the process of needing something or knowing something. You just do. That's why they don't play nicely with the continuous aspect from our matrix, which is all about ongoing actions. So the fix is super simple. You just use the simple present. I need coffee. It's a state, a simple fact. Easy. All right, ready for trap number 2? I will tell her when I will see her. Now this one seems logical, right? Both things are happening in the future, so you should use will for both. Makes sense? But nope. Here's the trick. In a part of a sentence that starts with a time word like when, as soon as, or after, you actually use a present tense form.
even when you're talking about the future. And here's what it looks like. I will tell her when I see her. The simple present see is just acting as a placeholder for that future moment. Once you know the pattern, you'll see it everywhere. So, after all this, the system, the examples, the common traps, what's the big takeaway? It means you basically have a new grammar superpower. And this, right here, is the most important thing I want you to walk away with. Stop trying to memorize 12 different random rules. Instead, just focus on understanding this one simple system. 3 tenses times 4 aspects. That is your key. So, now that you've got the key, let's put it to the test. How would you fill in this blank? By next June, they build the new bridge. Think about the matrix. Which tense and which aspect do you need to show an action will be completed by a future time? Let me know what you come up with. That's the power of understanding the system.